2, 3. Hey, Brickmaniacs. Welcome back to another episode of Brickmania TV. Beat that, Slam. Hey, Brickmaniacs. We're here getting set up at Tank Fest. This is just a portion of our booth, but as you can see, we're rolling out some awesome kits, getting everything ready to go, including this awesome British lightweight truck, which is debuting exclusively at Tank Fest. Don't worry, you might be able to get your hands on it later, but if you're here for the event, this is the first opportunity for you to be able to pick it up. We've also got some very unique items available for the spread. This one certainly comes to mind. That hasn't been available for quite a while. We've also got a variety of box art here, which obviously means different eras of Brickmania as well. So if you're in the area, make sure to swing by, check out some stuff. This is definitely the last Sea Harrier that we have available. So there's some real gems available within the collection we have here at Tank Fest. But for those of you who can attend and are just waiting for the online releases, on pre-order this week, we have the Canadian LUVW as well as the British LRDG. Both of those will be available on brickmania.com come 8 a.m. And then we've got Canada Day minifigs as well. We'll go over that a little bit more in depth. So I'll turn it over to a past version of Dan and myself. Teeny clacker, eh?
Beauty, eh?
Beauty, eh? Hey, Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Thursday sit rep. By the time you see this, we will be hard at work setting up our booth and getting ready for Tank Fest weekend. So hopefully you're watching this on your way to Bovington, UK, where we'll be able to check out the Road Store booth with a whole bunch of awesome exclusives. And micro brick battle.
So much good stuff. So unlike last year when we kind of like, it was a last minute like, oh, we have a booth, we need to bring stuff. We actually prepared this year. So we have some really cool, like actually stuff we're going to drop there, Road Store exclusives, grabbing stuff that would otherwise go to the vault. So some British tankers, a bunch of kits, even some sold out British stuff that we knew people would like us to bring. So yeah, it's going to be a great, probably the biggest international booth that we've had. And by the time we get there, by the time you see this, we're already there setting it up. So yeah.
Yeah, they gave Dan a giant, what is it, 6x6 meter booth, and he said, "I'm going to fill it." And we sure did this year.
So we'll be doing micro brick battle demonstrations. You'll be a bunch of Brickmania designers will be there. Come by and say hi, and then of course we'll have a booth. They tell us at the Tank Museum that cell phone reception isn't the greatest.
Yes.
And have warned us that if you're planning to use a card reader or something like that, you probably have a backup source. So we're basically telling people, if you have cash, bring cash.
Bring cash.
Because we as Americans don't actually have native British cell phones with us, and our local guys will be doing the best that they can. They'll be running the booth, but we aren't 100% confident.
Contingency plans are always important, especially when you're out in the middle of the English countryside.
Yes. So you can't run over to Monkey World
and
get some cash.
Go use the ATM at Monkey World.
No, because last year every day we emptied the ATM. It wasn't we, but
the gift shop ATM ran out of cash literally all 3 days.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe people were going over to Monkey World or over to Wool or Pool or
who knows wherever they were sourcing it. It was tough to come by. So yeah, just a good note there. Real quick note too before we get on to the pre-order stuff. World War Brick 2025 passes, day passes and weekend passes. Hey, you are both currently on sale on the website. If you use the promo code WWB25, you get $5 off the already discounted weekend pass.
Right.
So go ahead and jump on that.
It pays to get your weekend pass ahead of time, and of course, the sooner we get the weekend pass holders on the books, the sooner we can start getting ready using that money to buy the things that make the weekend pass experience that much.
We can get our shirts planned and do all that kind of fun stuff. Yep. So it'll be a nice long lead up. But yeah, quick note there. Do you want to go over the since we started with the Canada Day puns? Do you want to start with the Canadian light utility vehicle wheel?
Sure.
And then we'll do a check-in.
Yeah. So coming, this is a pre-order drop. It's a limited edition.
Yes.
So, George Hicks made the model on request of our Canadian fans, which we apologize. We've been sort of giving you the short end of the stick for many years. Whereas the Australians, the New Zealand, they've all gotten their love quicker than the Canadians. It's been a long time since we put out.
We're making up for it this year, though. The LIV's getting ready to ship. There's a new pre-order, and hey, there's a couple of minifigs out there too. Yeah.
So, and if you look closely, my favorite Canadian actor is inside there. Yes. The late great Donald Sutherland is. Oddball is in the gunner seat, but he does not come with this kit. There will be
correct
2 Canadian.
This is a prototype,
right? So this is kind of a unique kit. This is essentially a Canadian version of the G-Wagon. They call it the LUVW. So it's a light
utility vehicle.
Wheeled vehicle.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and it's essentially a slightly up-armored G-Wagon. So a Mercedes-Benz wagon.
Sure.
So, but militarized. So we kept this simple. Wanted to keep this price point down, and I did a trade-off. I could have done printing all over this thing. We could have printed door handles on it, but I calculated that if we didn't do the printing all over the vehicle, we could get an extra figure. So there's actually too many figures.
Oh, nice.
Two fully detailed.
Most people would take that trade.
I think so too. It was a toss up. I didn't want. I had a specific budget I was given on the production schedule. I didn't want to blow my budget, but I figured it was a fair trade off. So not a whole lot of printing on it, but you're going to get 2 unique figures. And unique being they're going to be unique to this vehicle. They have a plate carrier. We'll show you the video or the render of the figure. But they only come in this particular vehicle. Very similar to what you're seeing with the Rifleman and the LAV, the LAV6 guys.
Yeah.
But unique to this vehicle. 2 figures. Kind of a lot of cool features. Opening doors. You got opening. The driver's side, the passenger side. So you have. Oops, I broke the door off. But hence this is the beauty of recording your videos and playing with it live. And then, of course, I put it on upside down. So anyway.
A lot going on for a compact vehicle, though.
Yeah. Custom 3D printed fuel can in the back. And the turret. 360, you can fit your guy. His legs actually go down inside of it. So I was actually kind of impressed that we were able to do this.
Sure.
So between me and George, we figured out some cool, unique features for this vehicle. Will only be done at once. I mean, it's buy or die. You're not going to be able to get a second chance on this. So, Canada Day does come around every year, so we'll just have to worry about another Canada Day vehicle next year.
Yeah, we'll find something new to pitch to the Great White North. But I think for this pre-order, this is a pretty awesome one. That's really cool.
Absolutely.
Sweet. All right. Well, we also have another limited edition kit, like Dan was saying. That's what's hiding behind here. That is the LRDG.
Long Range Desert Group.
There we go.
It's 3 figures. I'm just not even going to talk about because we already have Andreas willing to dive in and give the deep dive on what you're going to get with this kit.
From the guy who built it, let's turn it on over to the design room.
Hello Brickmaniacs, we're in the design studio today and we're talking about a brand new model coming after about maybe 10 years. The return of the LRDG Long Range Desert Group, and Andreas here has a prototype to show you guys. So what do we have here?
Yeah, so this is the LRDG truck. So common misconception, it's not an SAS Jeep, but these guys worked pretty tightly with the SAS. So commonly known as the desert taxi, kind of. They were doing raids, they were doing espionage, and they were driving these trucks during early years of World War II in North Africa.
So behind enemy lines.
Yeah, definitely. These
heavily
guys,
armed. I can see that.
Yeah, you get tons of weapons on this, at least a couple. So that's a Vickers and a Lewis. I think it's going to be the proper armament. So we are pre-recording this because when you're watching this, we'll be at Tank Fest. So this is just a prototype. Keep in mind, look at the renders to see how it's actually going to look when it's done. For the features here, you have 2 guys in the front, steering wheel, and a gunner. You have a radio on the side there. This is just a placeholder. You're not going to get that Lego part, but it locks up just like the real thing. And, opening back hatch door, get a printed box. These guys, in all of the photos, they're drinking tea, so you get a tea mug, you get a gas barrel, so drum.
Spare gas, yeah. Very useful in the desert.
Yeah, these guys were in the desert for months, so everything they needed to live for months, they would have with them. So yeah, look at the renders, check out the website. Thank you guys.
All right, thank you, Andreas. Remember, both of these pre-orders limited edition for this week. Let's get to the stuff that's shipping now. So another one of our Canada Day offerings, custom minifig 2-pack, affectionately labeled Bob and Doug. You get some awesome little printed items that are included with them, including Brickmania's first ever donut.
I think,
Fritter or whatever they are.
Yeah, I think it's a curler.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe it's a jelly. I'm not sure. I don't think it's our first ever donut. Didn't the donut dollies come with donuts?
Oh yeah, duh.
So
that would make sense. That's very.
But it's
true.
our first Canadian donut.
Yes. So, anyways, an awesome 2-pack, kind of one of those if you know situations, but definitely iconic in its own right.
And very limited. So if you're not
Yeah.
if you're not on the ball, you're not going to get one.
Yeah, there's only a couple. It's a 2-pack, obviously, so it takes up twice as much production room. So
Yeah.
you don't get as many units on the website.
Right.
That's basically how that works. So pull the trigger on it. Canadian Modern Infantry is also now available standalone. So if you picked up some with your LAV6 pre-order and you want more, you can add more. Otherwise, if you're just looking to collect that minifigure, you can also pick that up as well.
Also,
however,
not many.
I was going to say, however, not many survived the pre-orders
No,
because
almost-
most of the people who got it
Almost
added figures.
everybody added the full maximum amount, which is it's typical for a new release.
Yep.
So if you're like, oh, holding out because I might get some infantry, I'm able to get these guys separately. Well,
You'll have to be
chances are
fast.
you're fighting the guys who are all in on the kit and the extra
Exactly.
extra figures.
Exactly. So I would be quick with both of those minifigures if you want to get in on this. I think it might have been potentially on the calendar too. The Clarence Moyer Figures of History has been pushed back a little bit, so we'll have some more updates for you there. If you had it circled for that reason, don't worry, it's still coming.
It's coming. It'll be a few weeks out. We just had
yeah.
to make some room in our schedule because of us leaving for Tank Fest.
Exactly. We literally went World War Brick, Chicago's anniversary, and then now we're heading off to the UK. So
Yeah.
it's been a crazy month.
June is typically, full. Yeah, 100% all out. We are busy in June every year.
Absolutely. Like I said, that Canadian infantry vehicle is now shipping. It is sold out online, but available in stores. Remember, too, that one is also limited edition. So the next time you'll see it available on the website will either be a Holly's Hall or a Vault. Exactly. So that'll be that. And then, Dan, you got the German motorcycle with sidecar.
I do. I just pulled this out of customer service.
This is a very popular kit when it first got on pre-order.
Yes,
Yeah.
not limited edition, but it completely sold out in pre-orders.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't currently have another batch scheduled. So
Right.
the production schedule is made many months in advance, and we have contingency. Hey, if something drops out, we have some stuff to fill in with. But as of right now, this isn't going to be reappearing until the school's back in session.
Yeah, okay. So props to everybody who got in on that pre-order there as well. Otherwise, once again, you can find it in the retail stores.
In the retail stores, yes. And yeah.
All right, so that does it for everything that is brand new on the website this week and available. However, starting on Monday, we've got some stuff back. We've also got a fun little gift with purchase option. So starting on the 1st and running, I believe, through that following Monday, which I don't know the date off the top of my head. If you spend $75 or more, you get a free United States flag. So happy birthday, America.
So for the next week. Yeah,
exactly.
It's one of our fabric flags. It's nothing. It's not a special new thing, but it is a gift that we're giving out as appreciation for your support this coming week. So.
Well, and obviously, and like said previously, no codes needed again for this one. You'll just run through it with your cart, and it'll show up in your cart at checkout.
Right.
So that's that. The ambulance truck is the World War II medical supply vehicle is back on pre-order on Monday. So you'll be able to pick that up as well.
Can't make enough of that one.
Yeah, that's a popular. It's a beautiful kit.
We thought we had enough in the pipeline, but of course we just came up, boop, gone.
Yep. Yeah, that's a
Twice,
nice one.
twice now. It's twice it's sold out.
Essential for a lot of mocks.
Yeah, well, and we haven't done an ambulance Jeep. I mean, we've done various 4x4s, we've done ambulances, but never that particular. And it's cool. It's got, you don't have to open up the doors to see the cool stuff inside. It's all out there. So.
It's loaded up. Yeah, I think that's a really cool little kit. Excellent price point as well. And then getting ready to ship. So we have the Humvee M1151A1. That's getting ready to roll. Messerschmitt BF109 G14.
Yep.
Saturday afternoon playset part 2 staff car and motorcycle. I think that one sold out though in the pre-order stage. So remember, just because some of these are in the email and stuff like that doesn't actually mean they were restocked right then. It just means they're now getting ready to ship, and a lot of popular stuff sells out before it's even ready to ship.
If it's pre-ordered, you're talking like 7 weeks beforehand, 6 to 7 weeks beforehand, and some of the stuff that's kind of in demand, it doesn't stick around.
Yeah. The stuff that is brand new dropping today, though, that wasn't a pre-order, we've got the Flak 38, that's the classic series, and then the modern U.S. Marine Rifleman, that desert camo figure as well. So both of those will be available online and ready to roll. Everything else is transitioning from pre-order and getting ready to ship.
Very good.
There we have it. Anything else you want to touch on before we sign off and have to go set up our booth?
Get on a plane and change time zones by like 7 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We'll see, for those going to Tank Fest, we're looking forward to seeing you there. And then we'll be back here the following week with all the regular.
It'll be another week, turn and burn, maybe.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff next week too. So not saying hold on to next week because this week's going to be.
They're very different.
Yeah. Yes, very different stuff coming up.
Both awesome.
But yeah, you're going to want to get on these guys now because you're going to kick yourself for not. This one has 3 figures, 2 figures. Great value for the money.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself, so I won't. Thanks for watching, Brick Maniacs.